Hello, and welcome to Verbling. For the next hour, we're going to continue our little 3-day mini-series looking at using quantifiers. Today, we're going to learn how to say no. Some people need to learn how to say no. But kidding aside, we are going to learn how to grammatically use no, none, and any, the negative quantifiers properly in English. We'll look at the basics and some special circumstances. English, always with the special circumstances. In any case, the beginning of the class, first 10 minutes or so, I will be sort of bringing up points and introducing you a bit of a lecture, okay? So if you have any questions as I proceed, please feel free to interrupt me and ask me questions about it. After that, we're going to do a lot of exercises together so you get the feel for how these rules are supposed to work in typical sentences that might be in conversations in ordinary English. Okay, that's the plan. Let me start by welcoming you all to the class. Hello, Heidi again.
Hello. Nice to
Hello. Nice to see you again, as always. Okay, Bruno has joined us. Hello, Bruno.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, welcome to the class. And Carolina is with us again. That's wonderful. Always a pleasure, Carolina. Hi.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing okay today. Thank you.
Okay.
And Alan is with us again today. Hey, Alan.
Hi,
What's
teacher.
up? What's up?
Fine.
Hi.
Fine.
Hi there. Okie doke. Here we go. All right. I'm going to do a screen share and let you kind of follow along while I outline these rules. Again, if you have any questions, don't be shy about interrupting me and asking me. Please do. All right, here we go. No. How to say no. How to say no properly. Okay. Let's begin. We use no and a noun. Okay, no is equal to the same as not a or not any, pretty much. Okay, we had to walk home because there was no bus. This is equal to saying the same as saying we had to walk home because there wasn't a bus. All right, same thing. No difference in meaning. Susan will have no trouble finding a job, okay? Or the negative, Sue won't have any trouble, will not. Won't, of course, being the contraction for will not. Sue will not have any trouble finding a job. How about this one? Oh, there's a little trickiness to this one. Can I use a here? Anybody? Any of you guys? Is it possible to use a? Like, for example, the first one I said there wasn't a bus. Is it possible to use a, not a?
I think not A.
Is it possible? Sue won't have a trouble?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Do you know why, Heidi?
Difficult.
Yeah, that's my job. I'm asking you to do my job.
Maybe
Okay.
because travel is one thing. A travel. A travel is a specific thing, and in the phrase we say have no trouble. Like
Well, you're very close. You're very close. Trouble is an uncountable noun. So you can't have 3 troubles, but you can have 3 problems. Okay, so it is possible to say Sue will have, sorry, negative, Sue won't have a problem finding a job. I can count problems. So we can't use a or an with uncountable nouns. So this not a option doesn't always exist if we're talking about an uncountable. Okay. There was no water in the kitchen. I can't say there was not a water in the kitchen. Just not possible because water's uncountable. I can say, however, there was not any water in the kitchen. All right. So that's an important point here when we're dealing with working with nouns with no and not a. All right. There were no shops around. There weren't any shops around. There wasn't a shop. Oh, open. So not around, open, but same thing. Okay. You can use no and a noun at the beginning of a sentence. In other words, as a subject noun. No reason was given for the change of plan. It is possible. None. Let's look at none. As compared to no, we use none without a noun. For example, conversational use of none. How much money do you have? None. I have none. I can't say I have none money. Just doesn't work. Another example, all the tickets have been sold. There are none left. Okay, no tickets left. I cannot say none tickets. It doesn't make sense. Sometimes we can use none of in a phrase. This money is all yours. None of it is mine. Okay. By the way, you can say none of it, meaning the money. Uncountable. All right. For uncountable nouns, you can also use none of for countable things, but you would, instead of saying none of it, these pencils are all yours. None of them are mine. So you have to change it to the plural. The reason we're using it here is again has to do with the countable, uncountable nature of the noun. Money is uncountable. Okay, so you have to be a little bit aware of countables and uncountables when you're playing around with these negative, no, not, and none. All right, compare none and any. How much luggage do you have? None, or I don't have any. Okay. It is possible to say I have none as well. You don't have to just say none. You could say I have none. Okay. As I just mentioned, after none of in a plural, none of the students, none of them, you can use it with a plural. Okay, the verb can be singular or plural. A plural verb is more usual. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. It has to do with countable or uncountable. None of the shops were open. Ah, tricky. Now, notice here it says or was open. This is a matter of some controversy. So this, when we start a sentence with none and then of whatever, is it to be treated as a plural or a singular? The verb can be singular or plural. All right, I have to tell you that the material I'm sharing with you today says it's optional. Basically, whichever sounds better to you as the speaker. I have definitely seen other grammar textbooks and materials which say it must be one or the other. The verb must be singular or plural. All right, so I'm just telling you right now, this is a little bit controversial, depending on what grammar textbook or how old the grammar textbook is. Other textbooks will tell you that the use of the verb were or was is dependent on the noun in of the. So shops, shops were. You're going to use plural. You have to match the plural conjugation. Many textbooks will tell you that is the rule. Okay? Just saying. To be safe, I would go with that. If none of the money, if this phrase was none of the money, I would choose to use was, the singular. Because money's, again, back to the uncountable thing. So, in other words, the verb conjugation is dependent not on none, but actually, in this case, on the phrase of the whatever. The whatever, noun, that's what helps you to conjugate the verb properly. Okay? And again, this is something you can argue with teachers about because you will hear different answers to this question. It's always safe, however, to use this noun. Then you really can't go wrong. Whether it's okay to use either or not, it's always safe to do that. So I might suggest you go with that rule. All right, let's talk about any questions about that. That's a little bit tricky, I know. All right, we're going to look at it in exercises anyway in a minute. Let's talk about nothing, nobody, no one, nowhere, no how, no which, no what, no where. Wow, okay. You can use any of these words, the no words, nowhere, nothing, nobody, at the beginning of sentence or alone as an answer or response to a question. What's going to happen? All right, nobody knows. What's going to happen? Nothing. Where are you going? Nowhere. All right, it's very common to use these as a one-word response. Very normal in spoken English. You can also use these know something words after a verb, and especially commonly after the verb to be and have. For example, the house is empty. There's nobody living there. We had nothing to eat. Past tense, of course. All right, we had nothing to eat. So it's very common to see them located after these to be and the have verb. Nothing or nobody, etc., is equal to not anything or anybody. Okay, a little math for you. Negatives and positives. All right, be careful. Do be careful when you're speaking English of creating double negatives in order to make a positive. He doesn't have no money. All right. What's an easier way to say that? Anybody? He doesn't have no money. What do I mean? Negative, negative. He doesn't have no money, therefore, he must have some money. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Heidi. Right, so, but don't do that. Just don't do that. Don't use the double negative when a positive will work. All right, so when we get into all these nothings and nobodies and no's, please keep that that concept in your mind. You don't want to create double negatives. Okay, however, keeping that in mind, I said nothing is equal to, it is exactly the same. There's no difference between I said nothing and I didn't say anything. means the same thing. There's no subtle difference at all. They're the same thing. Jane told nobody about her plans is equal to Jane didn't tell anybody about her plans. So, in other words, don't say Jane didn't tell nobody. It sounds ridiculous, and frankly, it sounds a little undereducated. It's not good. Okay, they have nowhere to live. They don't have anywhere to live. Now, these are fine constructions. These are absolutely acceptable. Don't, any. A negative in any is okay. Just don't combine your don't or didn't with nothing, nobody, or nowhere. That's what I'm trying to stress to you. Okay. And here's a common example of that. I said nothing is much better than I didn't say nothing. That's a double negative. It's very confusing. Doesn't sound good at all. Okay. After nobody or no one, you can use the plural pronouns they, them, their. For example, nobody's perfect, are they? You wouldn't say nobody's perfect, is he or is she. You would definitely use the plural. No one did what I asked them to do. Yeah, well, you wouldn't use no one about a singular person. You would just say he didn't do what I asked him to do if you're talking about a singular person. So, stands to reason you would use a plural pronoun. Nobody in the class did their homework. Again, he didn't do his homework if you're talking about one person. Okay. Sometimes anything, anybody means that it doesn't matter which, what, or who. Okay. For example, let's see what we're talking about here. There was no bus, so we walked home. Okay, that's fine. As opposed to you can take any bus, doesn't matter which one, they all go to the center. Okay. What do you want to eat? Nothing. I'm not hungry. I'm so hungry I could eat anything. It doesn't matter what. I could eat horse hooves. I could eat grass. All right. The exam was extremely difficult. Nobody passed. All right. As opposed to the exam was very easy. Anybody could have passed. Doesn't matter who. So anything, anybody, anywhere. These can have the meaning. It really doesn't make any difference. Okay, let's try some exercises here to see if you guys got these ideas down. This first one, we're gonna do, just read the sentence, and you're going to fill in the blank with no, none, or any. For example, it was a public holiday, so there were no shops open. Due to the grammar surrounding it, you're going to want to choose one of the options here. I haven't got any money. Can you lend me some? Okay, let's try it out. Heidi, number 3.
I haven't. We had to walk home because there were no taxis.
Very good. There were no taxis. Perfect. Okay, very good. Well, where am I? Bruno, can you try number 4, please?
We had to walk home because there weren't any taxi.
That's it. Any taxis? Don't forget the plural.
Any taxis.
Uh-huh. Okay. What's the difference between 3 and 4 in meaning, Bruno? Ah, It's a trick question. There is no difference. The meaning is exactly the same. Just totally your choice which way you're going to phrase it. Okay, Bruno, it was a trick question. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I ask a trick question. I can't help myself. Okay, Carolina, number 5.
How many eggs have we got? None. None. Do you want me to get some?
Very good. None. Okay, we can frequently use none by itself. And we frequently do. As we can also use nothing, no one, nowhere. Okay. And no, Frank, for that matter. Of course, we could say no by itself as well. Alan, number 6.
We took a few pictures, but any of them were very good.
Ah, no. I mean, the answer's not no, but that's not the answer. Okay. Alan would have to be none of them were very good.
Okay.
Okay, 0 of the pictures that we took, 0 were very good. Okay, the idea is negative, so none of them. You can use any of them as a phrase, but here would have to be, but not any of them were very good. It is possible to say that, but here you got to get the negative positive meaning. Okay, the pictures were not good is the idea. Heidi, number 7.
7. Do you take lots of pictures? No, I didn't take any.
Perfect. Yes. Okay, if you have didn't, so if you added one of the negatives, you would end up with a double negative. Don't want to do that. Very good. All right, Bruno, number 8.
What a stupid thing to do. No one intelligent person would do such a thing.
Okay, now Bruno, you're saying no one, but the one part of the word no one means no one person. So why would you say no one person intelligent person? Do you see? You're literally saying person twice, and that's redundant, it's repetitive, and completely unnecessary. This is a very common mistake where you just want to say no person, no man, no woman, no child, no skier, doesn't matter. You would never say no one skier, no one employer, no one employee, no one person, because this is a very common mistake, so try to avoid this. You don't need to say no one, just no.
Okay. Thank you.
Because you've already got the noun, meaning a person. When we say no one, it means no person. Okay. Carolina, number 9.
There is nowhere to cross the river. There is any bridge?
Okay.
No?
No.
Oh, there is no bridge?
There's no bridge. That's
Oh
it.
my God, there is no bridge.
Nowhere to cross because there's no bridge. Okay, something that wasn't in the lesson, which I should have said, which is a very easy rule for you to follow. Look, we cannot use any in a positive sentence, in a simple positive statement. Any is not used for simple positive statements. Any can only be used in questions or negatives. Okay, I don't have any money. Do you have any money? I cannot say I have any money. That doesn't make sense. You just simply can't use any unless it's a question or a negative.
Okay, teacher.
All right. Alan, number 10.
I haven't read any of the book you lent me.
That's it. Okay. Again, I'm negative. You have not. So we can use any here, and we should. Read any of the books. Alan, make sure you're pronouncing that S. Books.
Okay. Books.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna, with countable nouns, of course, it's got to be plural. I got to hear that plural. Books, of course, are countable. 1, 2, 3 books.
Okay.
So if you're using the, of the, none of the, or any of the, if it's a countable noun, it's going to have an S. Any of the cats, pencils, whatever, movies, what have you. Okay, Heidi, number 11.
Number 11.
Yeah.
We canceled the party because none of the people we invited were able to come.
Very good. Perfect. Okay, and there's with the of the. Okay. Notice here, people, plural, and the verb conjugates as were. There you go. Okay. Number 12, Bruno.
Do you know when Chris will be back? I'm sorry, I have no idea.
Very good. No, directly in front of the noun. Perfect. Very good. Okay, now let's try none, nobody, nothing, nowhere, no how, no what, no. No words. Okay. How could you answer now? For example, number 1, what did you do? Nothing. Okay, that's fine. If you want to add extra phrase, you can. Nothing at all, for example. It's up to you. Maybe a one-word response seems a little more appropriate, maybe a little bit more information. Again, remember, we can do either. So, Carolina, number 2.
Who were you talking to? Nobody.
Okay, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here, I don't know, Carolina, maybe it's be more appropriate. Nobody. I was just talking to myself. Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to explain that. Again, there's no wrong answer there. Alan, number 3.
How much sugar do you want? Nothing. I don't use sugar.
Probably because, okay, sugar, probably instead of nothing, I think none. Because
Okay.
how much? Okay. The how much question is usually answered with none. A lot. A little bit. Okay. You don't answer a how much question with nothing.
Okay.
Okay. You're asking for a specific quantity. Okay. Right. None is a quantifier. None or okay. Nothing. Okay. Well, sometimes nothing is appropriate. How much did he say? He said nothing. Okay. So I don't want to tell you it can't be used, but usually in that case, okay. Let's see. How much information did he give? None. You got to be a little careful whether you use none or nothing.
Okay.
Okay. You could say none. That's it. None or none. I take it black. Whatever. You can add information if you think it'll help explain your answer. If you feel you need to explain your answer. Heidi, number 4.
Where are you going? Nowhere.
Nowhere. Nowhere fast. Heidi, what does that mean? A colloquial expression. I'm going nowhere fast. What do I mean when I say that?
I'm staying here.
Yeah. Well, not quite so literal.
I don't have any place to go.
Okay.
So I have a lot of time. So I'll stay here.
Well, sometimes you'll hear I'm going nowhere fast, or possibly I am getting nowhere fast. Actually, this is a colloquial kind of expression, which means I'm getting nothing accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do some work, I'm trying to do a project, whatever, and I'm just getting nowhere. I'm trying to do my math homework, and I just can't even solve the first problem. I'm getting nowhere fast. So it's an expression that we use sometimes to mean that you're frustrated. It means you're frustrated, and you're not getting anything accomplished. Okay. Okay, Bruno, number 5.
How many emails did you get? None.
None. Very good. Yes, none. What quantity? Okay. None. How many did you get? All right, fine. Carolina, number 6.
How much did you pay? Nothing, because it was free.
Very good. There you go. Excellent. Thank you. All right. A little extra information and nothing at the beginning of the sentence. Perfect. Okay. Well, here's a how much where we actually use nothing. You would not use none. When you actually want to say 0, what did you do? 0. How much did you pay? 0. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to explain to you when to use with how much, when to use none, and when to use nothing. Because sometimes it's appropriate to use, usually it's appropriate to use one but not the other. I'm going to think about that some more.
Maybe because when we make a question about how much did you pay, the pay is quantifiable.
The pay is uncountable? Is what?
The pay we can countable, but the sugar we
Sugar is also.
can.
Problem is sugar. I know. I was thinking of that. Sugar is also uncountable.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sugar is also uncountable. How much sugar? None. How much money did you pay? Ah, okay. There's a nothing. How much do you pay? Nothing. Okay. Doesn't matter with verb tense. I don't know, to tell you the truth. I'm going to have to consider that. Is it a matter of just case by case, or is there any kind of rule? Okay, we're going to go through the whole thing again, but instead we're going to answer with any, anybody, anything, anywhere. Okay, so Alan, how would you answer what did you do using any, anybody, anything, anywhere?
I didn't do anything.
Perfect. Yeah. Very good. I didn't do anything. All right. Heidi, number 2.
Number 2, what?
Who were you talking to? And answer with any.
Who are you talking to?
Mm-hmm.
Any?
Yeah, an answer. Well, anybody, anything, anywhere.
Nobody, but
Right.
Nobody.
Right, but can you answer the same thing with anybody?
I was talking. I wasn't talking to anybody.
That's it. You have to use that negative. That's it. You got it. Okay. Very good. Bruno, number 3.
How much sugar do you want? Any sugar I want?
Any sugar? Okay. You have to use it negative. Remember, we can't use any in a regular statement, in a positive statement. It has to be negative. So, Bruno, again, has to be negative. You chose the right word. Any has to be negative. How much sugar do you want?
Mm, anything?
No, you were correct to choose any. How much sugar do you want? I don't want any.
Okay.
All right. I don't want any. Okay, now obviously here it would make no sense to say I don't want anything, because anything could mean anything in the universe. Never mind sugar. You don't want hairballs, coat hangers, ceiling paint, or spiders. That's anything. So it would make no sense to say not anything. I don't want anything. It doesn't actually answer the question. So it would have to be I don't want any. Okay, so it's a little easier to understand with any. When to use any or anything. Anything literally means, okay, none at all. Okay. Carolina, number 4, where are you going?
I am not going anywhere. I
Okay.
just stay here.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere. I am just staying here.
Mhm.
Or I'm just going to stay here. Either. But yes, I'm not going anywhere. All right. Alan, how many emails did you get?
I didn't get anything.
Ah, I didn't get anything, or I didn't get any?
I didn't get any.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
better.
didn't get any. Mhm.
Right. Okay, now the tricky one. Heidi, last one. How much did you pay?
No money.
Can you, with any?
I didn't pay any money.
I didn't pay any money. Okay, you could definitely answer that way. I didn't. You could also say I didn't pay anything, or nothing. uh, right. I didn't pay anything, or I didn't pay any money. Ah, okay. Maybe that's the problem. Okay. Uh, all right. Ah. Hmm. Okay. We can. How much sugar do you want? None. You can't say nothing. However, how much did you pay? You can say nothing. Uh, there it is. There's the difference. I just figured it out. How much money did you pay? You would say none. None can refer back to the subject noun of the question. There you go. All right. That's how do you decide whether you use none or nothing. How much what did I pay? Nothing. Okay. How much sugar do you want? None, referring back to the sugar. All right, when we don't have a direct, how much what? Direct subject noun, that's when you use nothing. Oh, took me forever to figure that out, but there you go. Okay. All right. All right, so for example, if I said, how much alcohol did you drink? I could answer none. All right. If I just say, how much did you drink? I would say nothing. All right. Do you see when the actual noun is there, when the alcohol, then I answer none. When it's just left open, then I say nothing. Okay. There you go. That's the difference. That's what I was looking for earlier. I couldn't think of. Okay. Let's try another exercise here. All right, it's wide open here. Your answers may be nobody, no, nothing, no thing. Sorry, nothing, nowhere. Could be anybody, anything, anywhere. It's quite wide open. For example, number 1, I don't want anything to drink. I'm not thirsty. Okay. Number 2, Bruno. Your turn, I believe. Bruno?
The bus was completely empty. There was uh, any
Okay.
anything
Remember, we can't use any, just any, not anything.
any
We can't use any in a regular positive statement. You cannot say, I have any money. There was any on it. Doesn't make sense. Any has to be in a question or a negative. Okay. So, empty. How many people were on the bus, Bruno?
anybody.
Okay, how many people were on the bus?
Nobody.
No one.
What's the number? Give me the number, exact number of people on the bus. Huh? Anybody?
Zero.
Nobody.
0 is the exact number. Empty means 0. So when you're having, you always think of it in another way. We use no or nobody or nothing or nowhere to mean 0. So if you're trying to express the idea of 0, all right, you're going to use a no word. There was nobody on it. No body. 0 bodies. It's trying to give you a different way to think about it. Okay? No means 0, at least in English. So 0 bodies, 0 bodies of human beings, 0 people. There was nobody on it. Okay? Maybe if you can think about it like that, maybe that will help. Carolina, number 3.
Where did you go for your holidays? Nowhere. I stayed at home.
All right, 0 places. That's where I went. Absolutely 0 places. Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Okay, that's it. Very good. Alan, number 4.
I went to the shop, but I didn't buy anything.
Okay, with the negative. Didn't, not anything. Okay, that's it. Most excellent. Very good. Okay, Heidi.
What did you buy? And nothing. I couldn't find anything I wanted.
Very good. All right, notice the using I couldn't find anything, using anything with the negative modal, could not. Okay, excellent. Got to be negative if you want to use any. What did you buy? Nothing. Now, remember also that the answer, what did you buy? This is a dialogue. What did you buy? Person A, person B says nothing. You can't just, you can answer with nothing. No, just one word. Nothing, none, nowhere, nobody. But you can't answer because you can't, it must be in a negative. You can never answer one word, anything, anywhere. It doesn't make sense in English to answer anything, anywhere, anytime. It really doesn't make sense because, of course, it has to be in a question or a negative, so it doesn't make sense to give a one-word answer with any, one of those any words. Bruno, number 6. Bruno? Bruno, you there? We lose you here? Okay. Bruno, I'll come back to you. I'm not sure if you're having connection problems or what. Carolina, number 6.
The town is still the same as it was years ago. Nothing has changed.
All right, again, 0 has changed. Right, no thing, not one single thing. Okay, very good. Alan, number 7.
Have you seen my watch? I can find it nowhere.
Well, if you can't find it nowhere.
Anywhere. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry, I can't find it anywhere.
Well, you
Sorry.
can't find it nowhere. Stop looking nowhere. Instead,
Sure.
look anywhere. Because it must be
Nowhere.
somewhere.
Uh,
Okay. Yeah, Alan, there can be entire comedy routines based on the double negatives, and if you can't find it nowhere, then a good idea would be look somewhere. Okay. All right. Anyway, Heidi, number 8.
There was complete silence in the room. No one said anything.
No one. Okay, now this is an interesting construction. No one, which is negative, said anything. Isn't that interesting? So we can use 2 of them together. When we use a no obviously in front of the any. Okay. No one said anything. Okay.
Can I
See if we
use
can-
none? No, instead of no one.
I'm sorry, again?
Can I
Please?
use none instead of no one?
None?
No,
No.
no.
Again, we can only use none with a noun.
None said.
Not with a noun. None by itself refers to nothing. It doesn't mean anything without a reference, which is the problem. We use none without a noun, but it always has to refer. It's almost like a pronoun. It has to refer back to something. So I understand your question. It's a very good question. Okay, the people were all silent, period. None said a word. Okay, now none is obviously meaning the people. Okay, so it always has to refer back to something. You see?
Okay. There no people or person or something on the question. So we can't use none for answer.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Very good. The people said nothing. None said anything. Okay, in that case you could. Right, that's exactly it, Heidi. Very good. Right, there are no people in this first sentence. So none almost acts like a pronoun, there has to be some reference. That's why earlier when we were looking at how much sugar would you like, there's a reference, so we can say none. But when there's no reference, how much money did you pay? You have to say nothing because there is no reference.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. That was a very good question. All right, let's try one more, I think, probably, before we finish. Let's try one more round of questions. Bruno, are you there? In this exercise, we're just going to 50-50. Just choose the one which is more appropriate. Bruno, are you there? Okay, not sure what happened. All right, Carolina, number 2.
Okay. The accident looked bad, but fortunately nobody was badly injured.
Perfect. 0 people. Again, another way to think about it. Alan, number 3. Alan?
Okay, I'm being silent. Sorry. I looked out of the window, but I couldn't see anyone.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Getting the any with the negative couldn't. Good job. Heidi, number 4.
My job is very easy. Anybody could do it.
Okay.
Only putting the stamp.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing to say. Yeah. Who would say that, you know? My job is so easy. Anybody could do it. A monkey could do it. Okay. Just a funny sentence. All right. Bruno, again, check with Bruno. Are you there? I don't know what happened to our friend Bruno. Okay. Carolina, number 5.
What is in that box? Nothing. It's empty.
Okay. Yeah, obviously. All right. Yeah, and you can't really give a one-word answer anything. It just doesn't make sense. All right, Alan, number 6.
The situation is uncertain. Anything could happen.
Very good. Okay, so here it has the meaning of any possible
Situation.
any possible situation. Well, there you go. Okay, right. Referring to situation. Anything could happen. All right. Okay, so now here we see a simple sentence, simple positive phrase. Anything could happen. Now this is okay. What you can't do, it is possible to use anyone could come in the door right now. Okay, it is possible to use these kinds of sentences to show that any possibility, doesn't matter which one. So it is possible to use these in that type of sentence with that type of meaning. Okay, Heidi, number 7.
7. I don't know anything about economics. Oh, is it okay?
Yes, it is okay. I don't know anything about economics. And by the way, even native speakers, this is the most common double negative mistakes. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about no bank robbery.
It's like Spanish or Italian. Right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. It's very common. Even native speakers make this I don't know nothing. This is probably the most common double negatives that I've been talking about all class. So, anyway, glad you got it right. I don't know anything. Okay, even like a triple negative. I don't negative, know nothing negative about no negative bank robbers. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea. When you get up into triple negatives, I'm lost. My math skills are not that good. Bruno, yes? You there? No? Okay. Carolina.
Okay. I'll try and answer any question you ask me. Any
Yes,
question?
very good. Okay. Any, meaning, again, here we can use the any. I guess I said you can never use it in a positive statement, but I guess I'm wrong. When you're talking about any possible in the universe, it doesn't matter which one. I guess you can use. I'm sorry. I guess you can use any in a statement when it's this specific meaning. Okay. This is vague sort of any in the possible universe. Alan, number 9.
Who were you talking to just now? No one. I was talking to anyone.
Okay.
I wasn't talking to anyone.
Okay. You're what? Talking to yourself, I suppose. Okay. 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 Let's see. Do you have any questions? Do you have no questions? Okay, I answer that question. Heidi, do you have any questions?
No question.
No questions. What else could you say? Carolina, do you have any questions?
I haven't any question.
Ah.
I have not any question.
Okay,
I
now
don't
that
have
is,
any question.
well, then you just caused a question I have to address. Okay, I haven't any questions. Is that what you said? Okay. Can you, okay, which is what we've been looking at. You're looking at the negative. I haven't any questions. Can you say, you can say, I have no questions. I haven't any questions.
I don't
Uh,
have any question.
well, can you say, I haven't questions
No,
with nothing? I haven't questions. Can you do that?
no.
No, not really. Okay. Now, this is a mistake that I also hear sometimes. It's just, I have not questions. And it's interesting, and it's interesting yet annoying, because in older English, like Shakespearean English, or you're reading some old English books, Chaucer or something, you will come across this. It used to be, many, many years ago, that this was okay. So you may come across this structure, you know, reading like really old English books, just so you know. If you see it, well, it could exist because it did used to exist. This used to be okay. Okay, anyway, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, teacher.
Well, thank you, teacher.